Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi. Why this Ekadasi is Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi? This was Nirjala Ekadasi before. When Pandava, Bhima, he followed this Ekadasi. From that time, this Ekadasi became Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi. Yudhishthira Maharaj, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, Kunti Maharani and Draupadi. They all follow Ekadasi. Every Ekadasi they used to fast. But Bhima, he could not fast. So except Bhima, remaining all Pandavas, Draupadi and Kunti Maharani, they were fasting for every Ekadasi. Once Bhima asked Vyasadeva, or best of the sages, is there any sin if I don't follow Ekadasi? As you know, I cannot follow any Ekadasi. I cannot fast because I have a fire called Vraka in my stomach. Because of that fire, I have to eat every day a lot of food just to satisfy that fire, or else that fire will burn my body. That fire is called Vraka. So because of that Vraka only I am eating, you already know that. So on Ekadasis also I eat. So is there any sin if I eat on Ekadasi? Then Vyasadeva said, yes Bhima, if you eat on Ekadasi, you are eating only sin. You will definitely go to hellish planets. Then Bhima was afraid. He was trembling. Even though he is a man of 10,000 elephant strength, strong man, but he is very sensitive also. Bhima is a devotee of Lord Krishna. His heart is very sensitive. He is very emotional also. Many times when he see Krishna, he cry. If you see in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, many places Bhima, he cry when he see Krishna. In Mahabharata also it is described. So Bhima, even though he is a very strong man, he is very sensitive, and he was trembling when Vyasadeva told this. Then Bhima, he said, Vyasadeva, please tell me then what should I do now? I'm unable to fast. So if there is any other option, you can tell me, please. Then Vyasadeva said, don't worry Bhima, you can follow one Ekadasi at least. Can you do that? Then Bhima said, yes, I can follow at least one Ekadasi out of 24 Ekadasis. Then Vyasadeva said, very soon Nirjala Ekadasi is coming. If you follow that Ekadasi by not eating anything, by not drinking even water, then it is equal to following all the other Ekadasis. Then Bhima was very ecstatic and happy. He got a chance to get away from the sin of not following Ekadasi. Then Bhima, he said, yes Gurudev, I will definitely follow this Nirjala Ekadasi. Then Bhimsen followed Nirjala Ekadasi by not even drinking water. From that time onwards, this Ekadasi became Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi. And Bhima got the credit of following all the Ekadasis just by following this Nirjala Ekadasi. Because Bhima got that fire called Vraka in his stomach. That fire always wants to consume something. So if you also have this fire called Vraka in your stomach, then just by following this Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi, you will get the credit of following all the Ekadasis. But I don't think so. We have this Vraka fire in our stomach. Only Bhima got this fire. We have Jataragni. Jataragni means none other than Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is like Jataragni in our stomachs. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says in 15th chapter, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritah Pranapana Samayukta Pachamyanam Chaturvidam. I am like the fire in the stomachs of all living entities digesting 4 kinds of foods. That's why Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritah. So Bhima is the only special person who got Vraka in his stomach, a fire called Vraka, that will digest any amount of food Bhima eats. So finally Bhima could escape hellish planets by following Nirjala Ekadasi, and he went to spiritual worlds. I want to share few more wonderful pastimes on this auspicious day of Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi, because on this day Lakshmi Devi's marriage happened, Rukmini Kalyanam. Lakshmi and Rukmini both are same. Lakshmi in Vaikuntha, she appeared as Rukmini in Bhuloka and married Lord Krishna. This wonderful pastime happened on this day of Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, Rukmini Devi, she sends a letter to Lord Krishna through a Brahmana, proposing him that she wants to marry him. Lord Krishna accepted the proposal and he came to kidnap Rukmini. Rukmini only gave the guidelines how to kidnap her, because it will create a havoc if he kidnaps her from the palace. So she said, I'm going to Ambika temple or Girija temple, our family deity, in order to worship before my marriage. So when I go and worship that Girija deity, and while coming out, it will be very easy for you to kidnap me, O Krishna. In this way, she mentioned all these points in that letter. So here in Jagannath temple, many of you have visited Jagannath temple. You all know there is a Lakshmi Devi temple inside the temple compound, and also there is a Vimala Devi. Vimala Devi means wife of Lord Shiva. So Lakshmi Devi, she sent a letter through a Brahmana to Lord Jagannath. Means one Panda, he will act like that Brahmana, and he bring that letter. This all they do that. If you go to Jagannath temple today, you can see all this pastime, wonderful pastime with different musical instruments. They play all the pandas and also Odissi dance. So Lord Krishna is there. It's a very wonderful pastime. One panda, he will be acting like that Brahmana. He bring the letter and read in front of Lord Jagannath. He read very loudly. Then Lord Jagannath, in his Utsavamurti form, Madan Mohan, he ascends that palanquin. Usually in the pastime he go by chariot, but it's not possible for pandas to bring chariot inside Garbhagruhi. So they take a palanquin, and Madan Mohan, he ascends the palanquin. And by this time, Lakshmi Devi, in her own palanquin, she takes darshan of Vimala Devi. She comes out. By the time she come out, Jagannath is waiting outside. As soon as she came out, Jagannath, Madan Mohan, he kidnaps Rukmini Devi. That means these pandas, they take that Utsavamurti of Lakshmi Devi from her palanquin, and they will place it beside Madan Mohan. They place it in Lord Jagannath's Utsavamurti called Madan Mohan's palanquin. In this way, Madan Mohan kidnaps, and that palanquin goes. It's very wonderful pastime. All the pandas, they carry the palanquin as if they're dancing. When Krishna was going, Sisupal comes. As you know, in the pastime, Sisupal fights with Balaram. So Sisupal, there is one panda, he dress up like Sisupal. So this Sisupal comes with a sword. And there is another panda, he dress up like Balaram. He wear blue dhoti, blue turban, very nice. Video is not allowed inside Jagannath temple. That's why I never made any video. If you make video, then they will immediately put you in jail. So Balaram comes, and Sisupal and Balaram's fight is like festival to the eyes. The way they fight, like dancing, very symmetrically, they turn around and they are tumbling in the air, and their sword sounds like very nice sound. They very naturally they do. We feel like really Balaram came and is fighting with Sisupal. And finally Balaram, he ties Sisupal with the ropes. All these pastimes they do. Then finally Jagannath takes Lakshmi Devi. Madan Mohan takes Lakshmi Devi on his palanquin to his house, or the main altar of Lord Jagannath. And Lakshmi Devi stays in the main altar of Lord Jagannath on that day. And next day she will go back to her mandap. So what Rukmini Devi wrote in that letter, we will see is nectar. Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shrunvatam te nirvishya karna vivarair harato angatapam rupam drisham drishimatam akilardalabam tvayachyuta vishati chittam apatrapam me. Shrutva, hearing. So hearing is the main thing. Shravanam. Everybody should do Shravanam, hearing the Lord's pastime, hearing the holy names of the Lord. When you're chanting the holy names, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you should pronounce the 16 words fluently and hear the mantra. That's why Prabhupada said 2 things while chanting makes your chanting perfect. The first one is pronouncing the mantra nicely without any mistake. And second, hearing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hearing and pronouncing. Perfect pronouncing and perfect hearing makes your chanting perfect and successful. That's why when one devotee said, Prabhupada, my mind is very fickle while chanting, and the mind is going here and there. Then Prabhupada said, don't think about your mind. For chanting, mind is not required. For chanting, only mouth and ears. Just pronounce the Mahamantra fluently with your mouth and hear the Mahamantra with your ears. Then mind has to stay there only. Mind cannot go anywhere. Mind has to hear because two senses are engaged in chanting. Then mind has to stay there. But if you don't hear Mahamantra when you are chanting, you are just chanting for the sake of chanting and no proper pronunciation, then what is the use of your chanting? Your mind will definitely go here and there. So you should pronounce the Mahamantra 16 words perfectly and hear the Mahamantra with your ears. Then your mind will be fixed on Mahamantra. Then you can see bluish boy, Lord Krishna in your heart, smiling, playing flute, wearing yellow dhoti, pearl necklaces, golden ornaments, wonderful colorful flower garlands, beautiful pagdi decorated with many flowers, that reddish lotus lips, finely shaped nose, white petal lotus eyes, that kasturi tilak, wonderful beautiful form you can see is playing flute in your heart. You can see that beautiful smile on his reddish lips while playing flute. And you can also see his dancing eyebrows, beautiful form. You can see Srimati Radharani also along with Lord Krishna. Only if you chant Mahamantra, pronounce perfectly and hear Shravanam. That's why Shravanam is the main. First is Shravanam in Navavid Bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. So Shravanam is the main. So here Rukmini also, she did Shravanam. Srutva gunan bhuvana sundara srunvatam te. Bhuvana sundara, you are the most beautiful in the whole universe. Bhuvana sundara srunvatam te. And those who hear Nirvishya karna vivarair haratangatapam. Just by hearing your great qualities, hearing about you, O my Lord, hearing your pastimes, when they enter the ears of those who hear, and remove their bodily distress, and having also heard of your beauty, which fulfills all the visual desires of those who see. I have fixed my shameless mind upon you, O Krishna. So she wrote very frankly that without any shame. Because before marriage, a woman is not supposed to see any man, any male. She should only marry what her father decides. But here, Krishna is Paramatma in everyone's heart. Everybody has right to choose Krishna as her husband. So Rukmini Devi, she chose Krishna as her husband. And she's saying, I am thinking about you. I don't mind what my father will think about me. What the society say. Before marriage, he is thinking about someone who is Krishna. Okay, let them think. But I will never stop thinking about you, Krishna. Like that she is writing in the letter on first sloka. Then she said, Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa Vidya vayo dravina dama biratma tulyam Dhira patim kulavati navrinita kanya Kale nrisimha naraloka manobhiramam. So you can also practice these slokas if you want. These slokas are from 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 54, from 37th verse, Rukmini Vacha. So now this is 38th verse. You can also read this sloka like Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa Vidya vayodra vinadama biratma tulyam Dhira patim kulavatira vrinita kanya Kale nrisimha naraloka manobhiramam. Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa. Krishna, O Mukunda, we cannot compare you with anyone in your mahati, aristocracy, kula in terms of family background, shila, character, rupa, beauty, vidya, knowledge, vayaha, youth, because you are ever youthful and your beauty is infinite, unlimited beauty. Dravina, your properties, Dhama Bihi, your influence, Atmatulyam, we cannot compare you with anyone. Atmatulyam means you are equal to yourself only. Dhira Patim Kulavati na Vrinita Kanya. What aristocratic, sober-minded and marriageable girl of a good family would not choose you as her husband when the proper time has come? तन्मे भवान् कलुवृतः पतिरङ्गजाया आत्मार्पितश्च भवतो अत्र विभो विदेहि मा वीरभागम् अभिमर्शतु चैद्य आराद् गोमायुवन्मृगपतेर्बलिमम्बुजाक्ष तन्मे भवान् कलुवृतः पतिरङ्गजायाम् I have chosen you as my husband, pati. Atmarpitah cha bhavatah atra vibho. I am surrendering myself to you. Atmarpita. Atma means self. Arpita means surrendering. Giving myself to you. I am giving myself to you. Atmarpita vibho videhi. Please accept me, my Lord. Mavira bhagam abhimarshatu chaidya arat. Gomayuvat mriga pate. Bhalimambujaksha. This Chaidya's king means Shishupala, because Rukmini's father Bhishmaka, he wants Rukmini to marry Krishna only. He wants to give Rukmini to Krishna only. But Rukmini's brother Rukmi, he is very envious of Krishna. So he don't want Rukmini to get married with Krishna. Only because of envy, he is giving Rukmini to Shishupal, his friend. Then Rukmini is saying that in this letter, Shishupal is like a dog. He is a jackal. Can a jackal take the property that belongs to lion? You are a lion, my lord. O Ambujaksha, O lotus-eyed one. You are like a lion, Mragapate, king of the animals. How can a dog like jackal like Shishupal take the property of a lion? So please come and kidnap me, my lord. Please take me. Please accept me. पूर्तेस्तदत्तनियमव्रतदेव विप्र गुर्वर्चनाधिभिरलं भगवान् परेशः आराधितो यदि गदाग्रजयेत्यपाणिं गृह्णातु मेन दामघोषसुतादयोन्ये. Purteshta means pious activities. Ishta means sacrificial performances. Datta means charity. Niyama means ritual observances like visiting holy places. Vrata means vrata, penance. Deva Vipra, if I worship demigods, brahmanas, guru, spiritual masters, archana, if I worship Adibihi, Alam, Bhagavan, Paresha, Araditaha, Yedi, Gadagraja, O Krishna, if I have done all these pious activities, if I have sufficiently worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead by pious works, sacrifices, charity, rituals and vows, and also by worshipping demigods, brahmanas and gurus, then may Gadagraja, Lord Krishna, come and take my hand, not the Damghosha's son or anyone else. Shobhavinitvam majitodvahane vidarbhan Guptah sametya pritana patibihi paritah Nirmatya chaidya magadendra bhalam prasahya Mam rakshasena vidinodvahavirya shulkam Mam rakshasena vidinodvahavirya shulkam. We can also read like Shobhavinitvam ajitodvahane vidarbhan Guptah sametya pratana patibihi paritah Nirmatya chaidya magadendra bhalam prasahya Mam rakshasena vidinodvahavirya shulkam. In this sloka, Rukmini Devi is saying that, O unconquerable one, Ajita, Krishna, tomorrow my marriage ceremony is there. So before my marriage ceremony, you should come and kidnap me. You should crush the army forces of Chaidya and Magadendra and marry me in Rakshasa style. Rakshasa style means kidnapping and marrying is Rakshasa style. Kidnapping the bride and marrying. So this Rakshasa style of kidnapping the bride and marrying is approved in our scriptures. That's why Kshatriyas, they used to do that. Nowadays this will not happen. Nowadays it's different. Antah purantarachariim manihatya bandhun tvamudvahe katamiti pravadam yupayam Purvedyurasti mahati kuladeva yatra Yasyam bahirnavavadur girijamupeyat Yasyam bahirnavavadur girijamupeyat. Antapura means quarters, palace. So there are many women's quarters. Antara, Charim, Anihatya Bandhun. If you kidnap me from the inner quarters of my palace, then you may have to kill many soldiers, many innocent people. I don't want that. So better you may come to Girija temple or Ambika temple. When I go to worship the deity, our family deity, you can kidnap me from there. That will be very easy for you. In this way, Rukmini, see, she saved many lives. And also she made very easy for Krishna to kidnap her. No need to go into the inner quarters of Rukmini's palace and fight with the soldiers there and hurt the common innocent people. So it will not happen. So very easily Rukmini said, when I go to Girija temple, just kidnap me from there. That will be very easy for you. So how nice Rukmini Devi. She is giving the means upayam. That means plan. She gave a plan to Krishna. Very easy plan. Just come and kidnap me from the Girija temple. And now this is the last sloka of Rukmini's letter. Wonderful sloka. We should all meditate on this sloka always. Yasyangri pankaja rajah snapanam mahanto vacantyumapatirvatmatamo pahatyai yarhyam bujakshana labheya bhavat prasadam jahyamasun vratakrishan shatajanma bihisyat. Yasyangri pankaja, by meditating on whose lotus feet, rajah snapan, by taking bath of the dust from whose lotus feet, mahanta vachanti umapatihi, the great souls like Lord Shiva, iva atmatamaha apahatyayarihi ambujakshalalabeya bhavat prasadam. That Lord Krishna, Ambujaksha, by taking the dust of whose lotus feet, Lord Krishna's lotus feet, Umapati, Lord Shiva, and the great souls, they destroy their ignorance. If I don't get the dust of those lotus feet, if I don't get your mercy, O Ambujaksha, O Lord Krishna, Jahyam masoon vratakrishan shatajanma bihisyat, I shall simply give up my vital force, which have become weak from severe penances I will perform. Then after hundreds of lifetimes of endeavor, I may obtain your mercy. See, here Rukmini Devi is saying, I am ready to take birth for 100 times to attain your mercy. That is the bhav of a devotee. But do you think that Krishna will allow Rukmini Devi to take birth for 100 times to attain the dust of his lotus feet? No. In this lifetime only. On the same day, Krishna is going to give himself to her. Krishna is going to marry her. That means Krishna is giving himself to Rukmini, his dear devotee. In the same way, if a devotee, he thinks that I want to attain the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, even if it takes 100 lifetimes, I am ready to take birth for 100 times. I am ready. What you speak of 100 times? If you see in Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Mukunda Datta, a great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is a wonderful singer. When he sings the songs of Lord Krishna, everyone's heart melts. Even atheists also become devotees just by hearing that singing of Mukunda Datta. So this Mukunda Datta, what happens? He is little bit fickle-minded. So when he go to Mayavadis, he support their views. He say that Mayavadism great. When he go to Jnanis, he say Jnana is ultimate. When he go to devotees, he say Bhakti is ultimate. In this way, he is little bit like that. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he come to know this and he got angry. Then he said, don't allow Mukunda Datta inside this courtyard. He is not allowed to see my dance. He is very fickle-minded. Sometimes he say Mayavadi is great. When he go to Mayavadis, when he go to Jnanis, he say Jnana is ultimate. When he go to Karmis, he say Karma is ultimate. When he come here, he say Bhakti is ultimate. What kind of nonsense is this? So I don't allow him even to see my face. So Mukunda Datta, he was waiting outside. He was standing outside that Srivasangan. Then Srivasacharya, he is so merciful to the devotees. Srivasacharya said, Mahaprabhu, when will you allow Mukunda Datta to see your beautiful form, Mahaprabhu, your beautiful lotus face? Then Mahaprabhu said, Mukunda Datta will have my darshan after millions of lifetimes. When Mukunda Datta, he heard this, then Mahaprabhu said, Mukunda Datta can take my darshan after millions of lifetimes. He was in ecstasy, his hair standing on end, tears coming from his eyes, and he was dancing like a madman. Why? Mukunda Datta said, Mahaprabhu said, I can see him after millions of lifetimes. That means I can see him. That is enough for me. I can see him. Even after millions of lifetimes, I will see him. That is what devotees' mood is, devotees' bow. Then do you think that Mahaprabhu will allow Mukundadatta to take birth for millions of lifetimes? No! Mahaprabhu immediately called him. Mahaprabhu said, bring Mukundadatta here. Then all the devotees, they were in very ecstasy. They brought Mukundadatta in front of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu said, Mukundadatta, sing. Then Mukundadatta started singing Lord Krishna's beautiful songs, and all the devotees, they were in ecstasy. Some devotees, they're dancing. Some devotees, they're crying. Some devotees, they're falling on the ground. Some devotees, they're rolling. Some devotees, they're embracing each other. Some devotees, out of love, they're slapping each other. Complete ecstasy. Wonderful pastime. Mukundadatta's song melts the hearts of even atheistic people. Hard-hearted persons also, they will become devotees just by hearing Mukundadatta singing. So that is the mercy of the Lord. Even though Mukundadatta said, I am so happy that I will take darshan of Mahaprabhu after millions of lifetimes, but Mahaprabhu, he will not allow. Krishna will not allow his devotee to take birth even once. He will immediately take him back to Godhead in this lifetime itself, if the devotee is sincere. So in this way, Rukmini is concluding that I am ready to take birth for hundreds of lifetimes and perform austerities to attain the dust of your lotus feet. In this way, Rukmini concluded the letter, but Krishna will not allow his devotee to take birth even once. Once he is a devotee, he sincerely wants to attain the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Krishna will take him back to Godhead as soon as possible, at least in this lifetime. No more births. No need to take birth again and again. The same pastime has been enacted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, Mahaprabhu once said, I want to perform a drama. So Mahaprabhu called Buddhimanta Khan and also Chandrasekhar Acharya. So Mahaprabhu told Buddhimanta Khan to bring all the paraphernalia, the dress. So Mahaprabhu dressed up like Rukmini Devi. Sometimes he looked like Srimati Radharani, and also he looked like Rukmini Devi. He wore a sari. He is writing the letter to Lord Krishna, making the ground as a paper. His finger, his index finger, like a pen, and the tears from his eyes has ink. So tears from the eyes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is ink, index finger is the pen, and the ground is the paper. So Mahaprabhu, he is chanting the slokas and tears coming from his eyes, and he is writing the letter on the ground. Now all the devotees, they are very fortunate to see this wonderful pastime, ecstatic symptoms of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we are very fortunate to meditate on those pastimes from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavatam. At this point, I want to mention one more important point. Mahaprabhu is playing a drama on a dais. So for that only he wore this sari, he dressed up like a gopi, and he became like gopi also. That breasts also manifested. And whole night Mahaprabhu, like a mother, he was feeding breast milk to all the devotees. They become like small children. All the devotees like small baby children, and they were crawling on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lap, who became like Rukmini or Durga Devi. Some devotees, they saw him like Durga Devi. Some devotees, they saw him like Srimati Radharani. Some devotees, they saw him like Rukmini Devi. This way Mahaprabhu fed them the breast milk the whole night. So this is pastime when he was enacting a drama on the stage, but not the other times. So but these sahajiyas, they're imitating. Every time they wear like dress up like gopi, put lipstick and all nonsense they are doing, sahajiyas. But Mahaprabhu never encouraged this. If you are playing the part of a gopi in a drama, then you can dress up like that, only for that time. But afterwards, you should not behave like a sahajiya. So Mahaprabhu taught us. Mahaprabhu never dress up like a gopi other times. So that is what we should learn. Then anyways, in Jagannath temple, after this festival, Rukmini Kalyanam, they distribute Mahaprasad. To whoever comes, they will distribute free prasad. But because Ekadasi, we don't eat. But we should offer obeisances to Mahaprasad. In this way, we should respect and honor Mahaprasad. No need to eat. As per Skandapuran, there is no Ekadasi in Jagannath Mahaprasad, but still we follow. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing Kirtan in Gambhira, lots of Mahaprasad came. Then Mahaprabhu said, today is Ekadasi, keep all this prasad for tomorrow. Then Jagadanand Pandit got the doubt. Why Mahaprabhu is saying like that? Then Mahaprabhu said, yes, there is no Ekadasi for Jagannath Mahaprasad. But still we follow because we are not eating Mahaprasad with devotion. We are eating Mahaprasad for sense gratification. Just like when I see some devotees, when they come, they eat that dal. Oh, Prabhuji, this dal is very sweet. I don't like. Please give that masala dal. In this, what is this? And some say that, Prabhuji, I don't want plain rice. Please, I want ghee rice. Plain rice, I don't like. When I bring plain rice, he said, I don't like plain rice. Once I brought Mahaprasad, you should offer obeisances. You should say, you should not say that I don't like this prasad, I don't like this. Is offense. So many of us are doing this only for sense gratification, not for devotion. No, we are not honoring Mahaprasad with devotion. That's why Mahaprabhu said, at least on Ekadasi day, please stay away from sense gratification, fasting from food and feasting on holy names. That is Mahaprabhu's teaching. That's why we offer obeisances to Mahaprasad, or we can touch that Mahaprasad to our forehead, and in this way we will honor, we should respect it. So that is the reason we should follow Ekadasi in Jagannath Puri also. But if there is emergency, like some devotees, they came in the morning and they are leaving for evening flight. Once some devotees from Malaysia, they came. The day of Ekadasi they came, and they have flight at 12 in the midnight. So they said, Prabhuji, we want to eat Mahaprasad, but today is Ekadasi, we are leaving, we want to eat a hot Mahaprasad. Then I served them Mahaprasad. I said, there is no Ekadasi, no Papa Purusha in Mahaprasad, you can eat because you are leaving. So they honored Mahaprasad and they felt very happy. In case of emergency, you can eat, no problem. But if you are staying in Jagannath Puri for 3 or 4 days, then there is an Ekadasi in your stay, you should follow. You will get that credit of following Ekadasi in Jagannath Puri. It is unlimited. So these are the glories of Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi. Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi ki jai. Hare Krishna, jai Jagannath.